morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. I was noticing a few moments ago that we might be having a really nice sunrise this morning, all being well. Might make a nice time lapse. Once again, if there is, and I'm pretty sure there will be. Yeah, it's sort of working its way up to that. I'll stick it at the end of today's episode again, and I'll try not to talk about the sunrise anymore. Now, from your perspective, you can't see the surveillance screen, and I was thinking earlier that probably viewers are wondering that that you're thinking that this is blocking my view, but from my perspective, I can actually see it pretty good here. Yeah, just. Okay, I'll dub that in. All right. I love to take pictures. Now, what I want to talk about this morning before we get going and get some painting done, all being well. Oh, there won't be a rollback. I went back down into my workshop yesterday, and I now have a total of 10 2x4s cut to the right length and right angle, but I didn't video any of it. I just got at it. Okay. Now, what I want to talk about this morning is that just before I came to the model table, I was going through all my email and stuff like that, and putting thumbs up on the comments. Like I read every comment, okay? And I may not know exactly how to respond with words, but I can give you a thumbs up. So you get a thumbs up, you saw it. I saw it, and I appreciated it. However, I say this at least once a year. I do not check Messenger. I know I'm on Facebook, but Facebook irks me. I don't know why. There's just something about it that irks me, and the only reason I go on it is if I'm a member of a group. Like I'm a member of Scale Modeling, and so that's hosted by Facebook. So I got to use Facebook for that. But otherwise, Facebook just seems to irk me. I hate the way you'll go on it and you'll see a message and you think, gee, that sure looks familiar, and then you check the date, and it was something that Facebook in their infinite wisdom decided to repost somebody's old. It might be 6 years old. Anyway, I get a feeling it's all about advertising, and they seem to think that they've got Facebook has a mind of its own, it seems, and it's not what you want. And somebody will say, well, you can customize it. Well, you sort of can, I guess. But it's not easy. Not when you're 77 years old. I know I'm a little bit techno-savvy in some ways, but in other ways I'm way behind. So here's what I'm trying to say. This morning, I noticed somebody had sent me some photos of their submarine on Messenger that I just saw it this morning for the first time, and they sent them way back, I believe, early in January. I'm going to go back and check it out, and I did bring one up, and I looked at it, I thought, oh, that's pretty good. And I think his name was Doug. I will check it out. I don't know if it'll be in today's episode, but hopefully by tomorrow anyway. And we'll show you those photos. Somebody did a sub just like what we're doing right here, if we ever get at it. Bottom line, please don't send me stuff on Messenger. I may not see it. And what really bothers me about it is that the person that sent it, because I didn't respond, probably thought Ron didn't like my pictures. And that's not what happened. Ron just didn't see it. So, you want to send me pictures or something like that, do it the old-fashioned way. Drag them into email, and you can just send them to themodelship@hotmail.com. I'll probably see that, but not right away, maybe. And I'm not giving out my personal email address. I just don't know why. But yeah, you want to send me a photo, send it to the model ship at hotmail.com. And, but only if it's pictures of this build that we're doing here. I, d- I know that there's a lot of you are very proud of your creations, but it might be of a B-52 bomber or something like that, and you've done a marvelous job on it. I'm kind of not interested in that. Sorry. Um, okay, let's recompose here. Oh yeah, it's getting brighter and brighter out there. Yeah. Okay. Uh, I probably hurt a lot of feelings here this morning, but yeah, please don't send me stuff on Messenger. I won't see it, or may not see it until, like in this case, over a month later. Um, I guess I just can't get with it. I'm not on Twitter. I don't even know how Twitter works. Uh, who was it? Some very famous person down in the United States was on Twitter, and he got himself into hot water over it, or I don't know what. Uh, I don't. I think I'm gonna cut out everything I just said for the last minute. Okay, yeah, let's get at it here. And I was just checking moments ago to see what color we needed to paint these little parts, and I believe they should be painted the 335. So and I think I'm going to just try and brush them. We'll see how it goes. If I flub it up, then I'll soak it in Windex and get the paint off and spray it. But okay, I've decided to give it a go with a paintbrush. See what happens. And because this is probably going to want to move around on me once I start messing with the paintbrush, I'm just going to tape it down here. Now, that should work. Okay, I just shook this up in the paint shaker in the back room there a while ago. Chris from Pebble Creek was recommending putting a steel ball in here and rattling it around. I've got steel balls down in my workshop somewhere from when I had a slingshot. I think the rubber on the slingshot is long since gone, but the steel balls should be okay. I just have to remember where I put them. I'd like to give that a try. I'm kind of leery about shaking this though in my paint shaker with steel balls in it. I'm afraid it could possibly crack. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. I might have to go to my stronger glasses. We'll see. Yeah, if I'm going to want to see, if I'm flooding the detail and losing the detail in that, you know what? I just remembered. I had decided I was going to glue the handle on there. And then paint the handle afterwards. And one of the viewers suggested that possibly, because it may have been a wooden handle, brown would be better instead of red. Now, where is that handle? It's over here. Okay. Changing plans here. And my Maybe I could use some extra thin here. Okay, now what orientation is that handle going to be? Okay, it looks like they've got it going off to the left. Which is this way. You know what? Maybe we should put more light on here. I don't know if that's going to be better or worse. Okay. I'll twist this around to the left once I get it in the hole there. Now just try and work it down a little bit maybe. Okay, I think that's about as good as we can get it here. Okay, I'm just gonna pause everything here for about 5 minutes while this dries. I was seeing one of the other creators also using a heat gun to rush things a little bit, and I think he was doing some spray painting. I think it was Jeff Donahue. He had a hair dryer, and he rush dried his what he had airbrushed. So I think it's a good idea myself. Yeah, that's not going to come off of there now. Okay, here we go again. We should still all be in focus from before. And I'm just going to paint the whole thing with the gray, and then we'll paint the handle part afterwards. Now only the top side is going to be seen. I'm going to be counting on the fact that the shrink wrapping should, well, it's a little bit heavy, but that's okay. We'll get some of that off of there. Why am I not breaking that? There we go. And did I get the inside of that? Oh, there, I did it again. There, got it off. Okay, we'll just let that dry. and then we'll paint the handle. I'll decide afterwards, do I do it brown for wood or do I do it red because I thought that's probably going to look good. Okay, I think we basically got it here now. Let me check the monitor. If I look in the monitor, I can see it as good as you can right now, more or less, unless you're watching it in 4K, because my monitor is only 1080p. Well, I shouldn't say only. I remember the first time I saw 1080. My son got one, and he got one before me. I remember I went over to his place, and it was like, oh wow, that's so sharp. And it was compared to, you know, the 720 or whatever we had before. Okay, I think we've pretty much got that here. We'll just give it about 15 minutes or so. I might use the hair dryer, I might not. See what happens. Anyway. Okay, I did clean out my paintbrush, so don't worry, I'm not going to paint the paper here. Now, I found this piece in the painting and marking guide, and it looks like it's a sort of a green color. Okay, the sink is obviously white, but the handle, if you notice, it's neither brown nor red, nor it's green, the same as everything else. So I think if I was to go ahead and paint it red, like I originally had intended, it would probably be okay. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, we are back, and I've put the macro lens on because I just edited out everything you've seen up until right now. And when I was at the computer, I thought, I heard myself say that the handle was green, the same as everything else, but then I looked at it closely, and I thought, that doesn't look green. It looks brown like the toilet seat. So I enhanced it a little bit, and like I'm doing right now, actually. And you can clearly see that the handle is brown. It's not green or gray. So maybe I'll try and find some kind of light brown that's going to show up. On the other hand, this whole thing is going to be in the washroom. It may not be seen at all. I might be going to a lot of messing around for nothing, but I'm having fun. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're gonna paint the handle brown. Well, we sure didn't get very much done. But I guess there's more done than there was when I first started this morning, but not much. I'm going to call her quits here for this afternoon. Why do I keep saying this? Because half the time I don't do what I say I'm going to do later in the day. But I probably will paint some more of these parts off camera. Just try and quickly get them done. Well, at least we found out that the handle is brown, not green. Okay, now, to that viewer who I was talking about earlier this morning, who had sent me on Messenger, I think probably about 10 or 11 photos, I had gone back to the computer and tried to find it in Facebook, in Messenger. And I can't find them. It's like, okay, you've looked at them, now we're going to take them away from you. Remember I told you Facebook has a mind of its own? Well, that's what happened. Because I was going to, I only looked at one and I thought, if this is that good, the rest of them are probably good too. So if you're listening and you're not mad at me, if you want to send those photos to themodelship@hotmail.com, well, then maybe I can do something with them. No promises, but I'd really like to be able to take a look at them. I feel bad that I didn't see them when, this is way back at the beginning of January that you sent them. And you may not even be a viewer anymore, I don't know. But if you want to be bothered sending them to me again, to the email address, I will eventually see them. Yeah, I'm gonna call her quits here for today. Oh, sunrise is next. I'm going to do it a little differently. Usually I start off with the walkers and then I go into time lapse for the rest of it. But what I'm going to do is I was noticing that we had a little bit of color before the walkers. So I'm going to time lapse up to the walkers, put the walkers at normal speed, and then time lapse to when the sun comes up, which is no too long. I mean, it's earlier and earlier every day now. But the walkers are at the same time, give or take maybe 5-10 minutes. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.